Right. We on here.
All right. I just waiting for it to pop up on the on my phone here to just make sure everything stable. All right. I've seen it pop up on the phone here. I just waiting for it to pop up on the
Yeah,
all right.
man.
On my phone here to just make sure everything stable. All right. So it on. All right. So hey. So first and foremost, want to give up praises to Yahweh,
But
Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakal Kodash. We see the balance, the apostles and elders are great mercenary rule well, right? Our
can.
teachers in the truth, and we say salutations to all the Akemos, they pushing the word on truth and sincerity day in and day out, constantly in season, out of season, right? Um,
Can.
we say shalom,
Shalom.
and once again, we outside here, just to just to edify and let's go into some of the scriptures to the spirit, the spirit was heavy to do our video. Um, to the spirit, one of the things I want to touch on is basically, this is the we are not continuing city here, as the scripture say,
Can.
we really are nothing. We really have nothing here for us because basically, like if well, we know here is where you call spiritually what Sodom and Gomorrah, right? And
Can.
really
And
and
Egypt.
truly, yes, Sodom and Egypt, right? So and back then we wanted to leave Egypt, right? And that is what we did, we leave and I mean, it had the wicked, it even had the wicked Israelites that were amongst us, that was amongst Moses and them that they want to leave, They
Can.
they 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 told Moses like, like you brought us out here to die.
Can.
For we did rather stay in in Egypt, And that is basically when it is everything is that way say to watch everything spiritually, you know, because the spirits back then they are back here today, right?
Can.
So we call regeneration, right? And it's the same way we was back then, we here today. And the same way we wanted to leave Egypt, we want to leave this modern day Egypt, right? This modern day place. So, just through the spirit, we have no continuing city here. And we need time to pass over. And during the time I pass over, that was what? When the spirit was passing over the place and was getting ready to do what? Leave Egypt,
Can.
right? So every time we come to the Passover, we had to be in that righteous mindset and be on a set that hey, this is a serious time.
Can.
Every day that goes by is a serious time. We're not really supposed to be in a mindset that this place is gonna continue. You know,
Can.
we want to leave this modern day Egypt, right? So if anything to say, go ahead,
No, but you could continue. But
right?
also
So
can say, what can I say
go ahead,
quick?
yeah,
See, like for example, like I say, the ones who used to be comfortable here, because really and truly, just like how it Passover, you had to meditate on fleeing Egypt back then. You're supposed to still meditate on fleeing this Egypt now.
yeah,
You
and that's
understand?
just to bring a quick precept. Just to bring a quick precept to it is the saying, right? To meditate because we're supposed to be doing what? Meditating on these scriptures what? Day and night, as
Can.
the scriptures say, right? So this is right. So this is Joshua chapter 1 verse 8. It's say
Can.
it's say matter of fact, I'll start from verse 7. It say, only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses, my servant, commanded thee. It say, turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou
Can.
mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. Right? It said, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. And this was the brother saying, we're supposed to be meditating day and night in this. And I was, you know, as I said before, it's just in the spirit, the spirit was heavy to do a video. Right? And just message brother and you say, hey, let me do something, right? Through the spirit.
Can.
Because I was just lying down, just meditating, right? On particular scenarios and particular scriptures and it was heavy in the spirit to do a video and just say, hey, when you think about it, we come out to the time of Passover and we was fleeing Egypt, right? And it's the same way here today. We want to flee. We want to flee this, as I said before. We want to flee this modern day Egypt, right? So
Can,
really and truly, we have no continuing city here, right? And anybody in that mindset that this place is going to continue in the wrong mindset, because this place is going to be destroyed, right?
can,
This place is going to be wiped. So why base your whole life, or base your whole trust into a place that is going to fall eventually, right? He saw show it in the movies, he saw show it in the cartoons that hey, America is going to be destroyed. Don't fall for the American dream. You know,
can,
um, don't don't put your hope, don't put hope into the American dream, but put hope into Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right?
can.
Because we have something better to come, right? So to open with this, to go into the topic, I'll just bring on this first scripture here. This is Hebrews chapter 13, verse um verse 14, right? It says, "For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come, and the one to
Can,
come is with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It's a better one, a more clean one. Right now in this kingdom here, what we doing? We eating defiled food, you know. The food we gain is not pure. It heavily GMO mixed down, right? All the natural resources it being destroyed, right? So how could we have a continuing city here? How could we actually be in love with the city, right? We underneath heavy bondage, right? Right? Or our brothers and sisters being killed on a daily basis, right? So
if I
how could
was
we
just,
have a
if I was to
continuing
say,
city here? Well,
if I was to say, even when you're doing the Passover in this kingdom, name the lamb in a good condition.
yeah,
Because the
that's
mixing the
right.
lamb with so much a different genet with so much different genes and so forth. You can't meet a proper lamb for the Passover. First it
Yeah,
terrible.
can because that beautiful point. Because if you go into like heavy research, you will see that they're mixing the lamb with spider genes, so that the wool could come out more silky, right?
Can,
And that is crossbreeding. That's something you're not supposed to do. That's actually breaking a law,
can,
right? And that is just to show you how heavily why actually base your whole trust in this place. You know, we see in what is to come. You know, greater with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We see in the kingdom of gold, right? And that is what we aiming for,
can.
right? To be saved, to be with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, to rule with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? But it's still going to have these jakes, as I see, like going back to Moses' time, that go and say, "Hey, what you bring me outside here for? You
Yeah.
bring me outside here to die, you know, right? That is what it is. It when I talk act, let me see if I get a script here quick.
If I can say quick, you wouldn't believe that I just do a video right before you did message me,
Yeah,
and the video was entitled "He that is not for me is against me."
can
You understand? And it's the same kind of mindset that Jakes is being because they're not for Yahushua Mashiach or for his kingdom. Even when he did walk to actually start the foundation for it, what I tell him, you say we have no king but Caesar. So even back then they was rejecting him because they don't want his kingdom to be established. They want
that's right.
this kingdom here to continue.
Can
A precept here.
go ahead.
It says Micah 2 verse 10. It say, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." Say,
Yeah,
because, go ahead.
can I spirit because that was my next script that I call out after that Hebrews, but I know when you go into the spirit, plenty other precepts come into your mind, you know.
God,
So because this precept here in the Exodus, what we're going to hear, that I didn't even have that done, right? But through the
can,
spirit, hey, let the Lord lead, right?
can.
Let the spirit lead, and that's if you read over back the precept back,
Yeah. It say, Micah 2 verse 10. It say, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest."
yeah. It say, arise and depart. Because why? This is not a rest. What rest you find in here? What rest you have in this wicked kingdom? Let me know.
Can,
Hey, if you can mention one thing that's sweet here, let me know. Not even not hey, the wine we drink, because what would I say? A little wine make you merry, right?
can,
The wine you drink, it mix. It not even it didn't taste like the pure wine. The woman that be outside here, they gone. So what it
can,
have? You know, you build a house, the government can come and take it anytime. But how this could be a rest? It have no rest here. We seen faggots, we seen lesbians walking freely on a daily basis. It have laws to make either might sleep with dogs, married animals. How this could be a rest?
can,
How could you find rest in a place like this?
can.
Right? How? Right? But
Yes. What this is,
read it over one more time for me.
all right. It say, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. All right. It say, because it is polluted,
Because it is what?
it is polluted.
Go ahead.
It say, it shall destroy you.
It shall what?
It shall destroy you.
That's right.
Say, even with a sore destruction.
And that scripture speak as plain as it could be.
Can,
Right? You don't have to do much breakdown for that because it clearly states in here, hey, why this place is not a rest? Because it polluted, right? It polluted. Heavy idol worship. We're talking about every corner you look is an idol worship,
can,
right? Every building you look is heavy idol worship, right? You might be playing a game and you're seeing you see the 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 all seeing eye popping up just so you know, hey,
or
this place
subliminal
this
stuff.
yeah, or subliminal stuff. This place full of wickedness, right? Let's read over that second verse, Magina.
The second part. It
Yeah,
say, it say, it say, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
they shall destroy you with even a sword destruction, right? A sword destruction, because this place is this kingdom is going to fall, right? And as I say, you know, men, it have men that think this kingdom is all, is everything to them.
Can,
They will fight for this kingdom, right? Like we see it for like the scriptures say, where there be what soulless for your house shy, and we fighting for the kingdom to come,
can,
right? But it have soldiers that will fight for this kingdom, and I mean like literal soldiers. You see it with them, like the American soldiers. What they say, they fight. We going and fight for America, you know, for this great country,
can.
you know. You
Okay.
see it,
If I can say quicker, okay, you'll
good.
see that through the scriptures, we know that this was originally our punishment. You understand? So this like jail, this like our jail. You ever see a man want to stay in jail? You understand? That is show you how bugged out Jake is.
Yeah, come. And you know, and Jake does be singing all the songs talking about mental slavery and you know where they get it from here, but they really want to get it from here. Because
Can.
again, this place benefit them, right? So if you finish the act, you let me know.
Yeah, finishing.
You finish?
Yeah.
All right. So going into like what I was saying, you know, like that it had Israelites back then, like in Moses days, that like they was hey, they question Moses, you know, like, what you bring you out here to do? To die? You know? Because they again, Jake eyesight is whatever you see in front of him. It is what it is. You know,
Can.
they don't see far beyond
You
for the
don't have to.
greater things to come, right? So this is this is Exodus chapter 14, verse I'll start from verse 10. It say, and when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were so afraid. And the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord. You know, it's the same thing it's the same thing like modern we just say modern day Egypt is America, right?
Can.
And it's the same thing with the Israelites today. When Esau come along on them, they go cry, right? And that why we see some of them will sell out. Even the scriptures say, well, if your family, your your family, you know, your friends go they go do what, they'll sell it out, right? It say verse 11, and it say, and they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us, to carry us forth out of Egypt? Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness. And that is just the mindset, as I say, that is the mindset of the two-thirds,
Can.
right? That is the mindset of the two-thirds, which is majority of Israel,
No
right?
faith.
They rather stay in Egypt and serve the Egyptians. Let the Egyptians beat them, kill them, do all these things, right? They rather do that. And we seen it even on today. You have Israelites that they don't want to leave this place. Them, and when I mean Israelites, I mean them that actually know that they of Israel, right?
Can.
They have a ounce or an inch of the truth, right? They don't want to leave this place. As the brother bring on the script, yeah, this place what it polluted, right? So reading over back again, Exodus 14, verse verse 12. It says, is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it
Can.
had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness. You understand? And we see that even on today when you also they preaching. That people when we talk about the downfall of this kingdom, there's but we mad. Because they watch this kingdom as their continuing city, right? And as I see before, we come to the time of Passover, and time of Passover, we was fleeing from Egypt, right? That is the mindset where they be in to leave this place,
Can.
right?
Any happy stuff anyway.
But
So there's John 18. I'll start from 35. Right? It say Pilate answered, am I a Jew? It said thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? Because you see, Daddy Bank said that Jacob, you understand, them themselves
yeah,
that actually gave him up because they didn't want him to establish what it is he wanted to establish. You understand? They didn't want any part of it. That's why they said that they have no king but Caesar. You understand? They prefer to serve in Egypt than to actually be free. So in verse 36, it say Yahushua answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight. So that's showing you that Yahushua he wasn't trying to fight to actually take over this kingdom right now. Because his kingdom is to come, which is what we had to look for.
can
And not this kingdom here, because this is the kingdom of Rome. You understand? This belongs to Esau.
even if we can't fight Esau the world with here because with in this natural state we're in, because what
Can,
the scriptures say, they say the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, right?
can,
So the only way we could conquer this place is with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right?
can,
With the way till Yahushai bust them skies with those chariots. Because at, look, I just mentioning that right now at this particular moment, before I started video, I was even watching a video on a documentary. What someone did. It's a UFOs do not exist. The grand deception of it was the grand deception of the UFO theory, and the person was going into how the government actually hide. They actually hide like sightings of UFOs and so forth. You understand? So they just and they just the only will of the Lord.
can.
So that is for when that when Yahweh Shai bust the skies as revelation. Just bring that as I speak one time, right? Revelation chapter 1 verse 7. It say, behold, he cometh with the clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all
God,
kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Because hey,
God,
that is the will of the Lord. So that when these chariots bust, people is going to be what? Afraid. You know, it could be a strange sight unto them.
God,
You know, so yeah, he saw doing these things. Understand? Okay, so we're marking the topic here. Um, bring our next scripture here. This is Hebrews 11, verse 14. Right? It says, "For they that listen, this let me read from verse I'll read from verse All right, let me go straight to the point. Hebrews 11, verse 14. It says, "For they that say such things declare," nah, I'll start from verse 12. It said, "Therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky in multitude, and as the sun which is by the seashore innumerable." They said, "These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off." You understand?
God,
And that is what you call hope. They seem, as I said before, it seem far off, right?
God,
They seem for the things to come, right? Um, you see, "And we persuaded of them and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth." You know, that is to show you, when they say like strangers and pilgrims on the earth, because we was actually separate. You know, we um we was like one side from everybody else on this earth here. You know, the common things man do, we wouldn't do, right? This is like we like that they were strangers and pilgrims on earth. Understand? It's it's for they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country, right? And truly, if they had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, they might have had an opportunity to have returned. But now they desire a better country.
God,
They say that that is an heavenly, you know. They say, hey, we seek a better country, you know.
God,
That hey, they say, but now they desire a better country that is an heavenly. Wherefore God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he had prepared for them a city.
God,
Hey, hey, then that's poor again, you know, because again, going to my, hey, we have no continuing city here. Seek one far off. We seek one far off. This is what we seeking for. The place that the Lord will making for us.
God.
You know,
We just dwell here, but we don't live here.
yeah, we dwell, but we live in here. They always say it's like being as I said before, as I said in verse 13, it say, "And that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth." Understand? Cause we here, but we don't want to be here. You
God,
know, we want to be somewhere else. You know, you see, but now they desire a better country, right? And why would it say better country? Because the one that we in, it's not good. It
God,
have no purpose, right? You see, "And heavenly, wherefore God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he had prepared for them a city," right? So that is the thing we seek in that city of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? If you have somebody say, "Ah, go ahead."
yeah. Just like I just like I comment on that about a better city, because really and truly, when everything get wiped out and rebuilt, we would not be going through this kind of foolishness that we're going through. We would not be drinking water with poison. We would not be sniffing air with chemtrails in it. You understand? You will actually be able to eat proper food and know how to study about cancer causing cells and all this kind of rubbish that the people in this world is glorified, not knowing that that is why half of them sick. You understand? Half of them are all kind of conditions, diabetes, and all these different things. And he started making new viruses and diseases to actually kill them off slowly every day. And then after he get them a virus, he get them medication just to continue making money off of them until they die. And to some jakes, this place is paradise. You understand? Scriptures really say, ah, my people are foolish. You understand? It's such a churn. If they really understand the deep things of the world, they would know that this place is hell. This place is really hell.
Can our precept here is Isaiah 64 verse 4. It says, "For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard, nor perceived by the ear, neither had the eye seen, O
Can,
God, beside thee, what he had prepared for him that waited for thee."
can,
You know, because really and truly, let's just say, we can't think about this, just thinking about the stuff that the Lord have for us. We can't think about that.
can,
The stuff we're going to receive in the kingdom, you can't imagine that in your mind.
can.
You know, they say for them that waited for him, and there's the importance of it, them that wait for him, you know, there's the
Patience and the
importance of
faith.
it because the scripture say, well, woe unto him that lost patience,
Can,
because we have to wait for the Lord. We have to show our trust, our belief in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you know.
can,
You just can't say, hey, Isaiah, hey, I know the truth and the Lord will come tomorrow. Nah, the Lord, hey, you have to go through that test first.
can.
And waiting is one of them.
Enduring.
Yeah, enduring is one of them, or one of the main ones, right? There's something there.
Yeah. Nine are precepts. If I could say, you'll see, for example, like, you'll see, like, for the elder, the apostles, for example, like, for some of them, there's their 30th Passover. You understand? That is real endurance. But
Yeah,
they know that they have a greater reward to receive to the end.
can. A
Because they
scripture
know.
here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, what you say?
Go ahead, read it.
This is First Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9. Right? Matter of fact, I'll start from verse 7. It says, "But we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which God ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew. For had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory." It says,
Can,
but as it is written, "I had not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God had prepared for them that love him." And
can,
that's powerful, you know, because we love Yahweh Shem Shai. So we can perceive the things that the Lord making for us, that the Lord have for us.
can.
We read and we imagine, you know, right? It say,
I,
but it say,
if I
but
was
God
just,
had
I was
revealed.
just say quick,
Yeah,
I say for them that love him, because even the scriptures teach you what our love is. You understand? I say, if you love me, keep my commandments.
come,
That scripture also saying in Matthew it say unto you is given to know the mysteries, but unto them it is not given. You understand? Because them don't have our love. Yeah, it's like you.
come. So verse 10, First Corinthians 2, verse 10, it say, but God had revealed them unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of God,
Can,
right? So yeah. So going into the scriptures, hey, the Lord mentioned the kingdom, mentioned the power we're going to receive, that spiritual
can,
body, all these things he mentioned for us. So these things we want, because this body here, the more it's this body we have right now, right? This body, the more you stay here, is the more fragile and weak this body get,
can.
because as the Michael the Malachi say, is Micah, right? With the pollution, right? Being polluted, right?
I don't remember
Um,
exactly which
right?
one.
Um, the food we eat, it weakens our body, right? Because all the chemicals they put in it, even the fruits, the vegetables that they get, right? It weakens it, you know. Plenty of these fruits, plenty of these things they eat and get cancer, right?
Can,
And hey, somebody might watch it and say, well, hey, fruits can get you cancer. It actually have an article online where uh, um it had a vegetarian, right? She came out and say she came out and say that meat gave her cancer and she do eat meat. She's a clear, cleanly a vegetarian and she ended up getting cancer.
Can.
You understand? So and then again, that's just the will of the Lord, you know. But it's just to show you that don't get tapped. This place polluted. It doesn't matter if you have to. Hey, you can be eating nothing. And if you get sick, you will get sick,
You need
right?
bottled water and all.
Yeah, right. And again, they just things food wise. You talking? What about things like like again like faggots walking on the streets, lesbians. You see, as I said before, men sleeping with dog, animal, all these things. Well, what we finding here? How could we
Can.
want to stay in this wicked place? Because we know Esau not going correct it. Esau not going correct it. Esau
Can.
like Esau
Cause.
like what going on right now. You understand? Esau love what going on right now because Esau have it so
Can.
right. And so yeah, you know. So they want and then you had the as I said, idolatry, level of idolatry. Like Apostle Taha did that video recently. Um, the Christian women who went into being witches, right? Who want to be witches, right? And they're going into heavy idolatry too because they're gonna worship Baphomet,
Can.
right? They're gonna do all these things, going into familiar spirits and all these things. That's breaking the law. So this place really gone. This place really gone, and there's only one way this place is going to be cleansed, and that's by fire.
Can.
Right? Go
And if I could say, okay, that is one of the main reasons why these tutors out here like this place because it's getting the privilege to do all the wickedness that they want. You understand? Because they're free to do
Can,
whatever wicked imagination come to the mind, whether it be idolatry or idolatry or wherever it is. You understand? They're free to do anything to take part in Bacchus,
can,
wherever the heart desire. That what Esau just tell them to go ahead and do, as long as they follow these laws.
can.
You understand? They make a covenant with death.
That's right. Just trying to get a quick precept here. That's all. Just trying to get a quick precept here.
I imagine, yeah, I think it was sometime last week. I was trying to explain to Jake, 'cause he kind of, the worldly knowledge, the intellectual kind of thing. I was trying to explain to him certain things about why I don't like America, and he was real headstrong on defending America. But I didn't literally come and tell him, here what's going on. Yo, Isaiah Hebrew Israelite, America is mystery Babylon. I hate America. I say all of this, and that's true. Certain little pickings to him to see if he'll catch on to
Yeah,
it. And the man, I talked to him about America, the kind of system that they have. I talk about things like the vaccines, and I don't know if I take the vaccines. I'm not talking about the prescription medication or about the GMO foods. I'm trying to talk about those two things. And he find ways to defend America. That's the kind of mindset that Jake in because because America way is profitable onto them, onto their personal desires.
that's right. That's right. You know, he loved this place,
He does,
and
he
and
does.
and that let's go back to the scripture about earlier. They shall be what destroyed with a sword destruction,
God,
right? So our scripture here. No, and this might just be my last scripture here. This is Second Ezra chapter 7. I'll start from um I'll start from
that's
I'll
a
start
nice
from
one.
verse 1. It says, and when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the night afore. And he said unto
Can,
me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my God. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance narrow and like a river. They say, Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it if he went not through the narrow? How could he come into the broad? Right?
can,
And let us go into the tribulations that we had to go through and go through. Right? You see, but on going down, on the go down to I'm
if
going
I
to
call,
start. I
if
go
I
down
was,
to jump to verse 9. Right?
if I was to say
It says,
actually like that river they're talking about, that is that one part that you have to follow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
which is true, our Shaya Mashiach.
That's right. It say, if the city now were given unto a man for inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And I said, It is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, Even so also is Israel's portion.
Can,
It said, Because for their sakes I made the will, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. It said, Then were the entrances of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They
can,
are they are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. It said, For the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure and brought immortal fruit. It said, If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, then can they can never receive those that are laid up for them.
can,
Understand? So, hey, again, focusing on the things in this world, you will never receive the things that the Lord have prepared for you, right? Because you know what? You focusing on the things that are going to get destroyed. You know,
can.
hey, the scripture say, "Can't serve two masters," right? You put in you put in forth you put in forth something in front of the Lord when really and truly the Lord's supposed to be first,
Can.
right? And the idea we want to receive the things the Lord have set up for us, right?
Instead of
But
mind
the Lord,
earthly things.
yeah, can, right? So hey, hey, I want to know that. So that hey, if anything to say, go ahead.
That is it.
Hmm?
No, that's it.
No, right? So hey, again, hey, we are no, we have no continuity here.
Can.
We have no continuity here. Hey, we we seek the kingdom that the Lord speaking about. We seek that city the Lord have for us, that the Lord preparing for us, right?
That's something that come to mind there. If I can say quick, that is why
Yeah,
also the Lord is always trying to make sure that you don't remain attached to this place. You understand? You always try to make sure to do things to separate you from this place because you'll start to become like the two-thirds. You'll start to want to defend East. You'll start to defend Esau kingdom because it's too profitable unto you. When it's men start to get comfortable, I will see we'll often go through tribulation to often keep us separate from this place. You understand? To actually keep your mind focusing more on heavenly things and not on earthly things. We start to suffer a lot of sorrow and a lot of loss on this side. And that is actually to keep us humble and keep us separate from the world. Because like what the scriptures talk about in John, it say, they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. And he wants his men to remain that way. Yeah.
can, that's right, that's right. Hey, so again, that who brought a define anybody that watch anybody, but that might watch. Hey, we close off with that. We say Brakata Yehovah,
Akatiawa,
Brakata Yehoshai,
Akatiawa Shai,
Brakata Yehovah,
Akatiawa,
Brakata Yehoshai,
Akatiawa Shai,
Brakata Yehovah,
Akatiawa,
Brakata Yehoshai.
Akatiawa Shai,
Alright, we give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yehoshai,
Hashem
right, which is the Father and Son name in Hebrew, right? And
Yashai.
we see the balance, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, our teachers in this truth, that teach us this truth
Kan,
constantly day in, day out, right? To all the brothers also, they pushing the word and our truth and sincerity day in and day So the brothers say they pushing you know in all truth and say day in and day out, constantly in season out of season and charity and all sincerity we say shalom. Stay
Come.
strong. We soon out of here. Right? Hey, that we say shalom.
Shalom.